What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Credit, and I'm back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, that notification icon for more videos like this. I was just chasing somebody. I'm a little out of breath. But Raymond Ford has a fight coming up, and I don't know if I seen the post correctly. It looked like Brian Norman Jr. has a fight coming up. He recently had a fight against Quentin Randall. It was a very competitive fight. Quentin Randall was he was undefeated, and he put up a good fight, even though he's 33 years old, and Brian Norman is like, how old is he? Like 20, what? He's only 23 years old. Quentin Randall, he put up, he's 10 years older. He put up a great fight against Brian Norman Jr. You know, Brian Norman Jr. didn't look as dominant as he does against these nobodies. Quentin Randall actually came to fight. But I think Brian Norman has a fight coming up, if I'm not mistaken, because I just recently seen a post, but the post didn't really clarify too much on who he's fighting. But I really don't want to talk about that. I just want to talk about Brian Norman Jr. Proving how much of a fanboy you could be in the sport of boxing, how much you could lose money. You're willing to throw away money just because you like a fighter, because you don't want to face reality. Well, I'm about to tell you guys what I mean. So Brian Norman Jr., I seen an interview from Brian Norman Jr. where he said he picked Errol Spence to beat Terrence Crawford only because Errol Spence is his favorite fighter. Not because of what people were saying about Brian Norman Jr. almost knocked out Terrence Crawford in sparring. That's what they were saying, right? This is what they were saying. These are the rumors these guys were saying going into the Sean Porter fight. Oh my God, Brian Norman Jr. almost knocked out Terrence Crawford and this and that. You know, it's sparring. Anybody get hit with a good shot, you know. Especially if I'm a elite level world champion, I'm going in there against a younger fighter. I want this kid to last longer in the sport, so I'm not going in there trying to hurt this kid. Now imagine if Crawford would have turned up on that kid and really hurt that young man. Everybody would have been mad at Crawford. Crawford went in there to try to work with the kid, and he probably tried to sneak in a shot in there, and Crawford should have made him pay. Honestly, if I was Crawford, I'm not taking it easy on nobody. I don't care how young you are. I don't care if you just come in here just to get the experience. I'm punching on you. I'm punching on shit. That's my mentality. I think Crawford, he just be working on stuff and sparring. But in the real fight, see, some fighters, they don't look the greatest in sparring. But in the ring, it's a different story. So we recently heard about a situation with Sean Porter and Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis said he put hands on Sean Porter, right? But Gervonta Davis had a tough time with Esau Cruz, who's not even close to the level of a Sean Porter. You guys understand what I'm saying? Now, we put Gervonta in a ring with a Sean Porter on fight night. That's a totally different situation. The Sean Porter that beat Adrian Broner, the Sean Porter that gave Errol Spence Jr. his toughest fight, we put that guy in a ring with Gervonta Davis on fight night. That's a different story. That's a different story. He's going to take Gervonta Davis to places he's never been before. So Gervonta Davis can say, oh, I beat you up in sparring. Gervonta, you got to understand, that sparring, that dude's looking at you like, man, this is a 135-pound fighter. This guy is too small. We're just working on a few things. He's in there working with he may not be the biggest puncher, but he's in there working with you, bro. He wasn't trying to hurt. I'm not saying he could have hurt Javante because let's just be real, he's not a big puncher. Maybe he could have. But he wasn't trying to stop Javante. Anyway, I don't want to get off topic. Brian Norman Jr., he did an interview with Some Sports Media, and in this interview, him and his pop was saying how they bet on Errol Spence. They thought Errol Spence was going to beat Terrence Crawford, and they were completely wrong. They lost a lot of money. And then in the same breath, they asked these guys about Jerron Ennis versus Terrence Crawford. Obviously, they're only biased for guys they like. So Brian Norman Jr. and his father, they only pick fighters they like. So they said, if you want us to pick, we're going to obviously say Boots because they like Boots. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is bad for boxing, meaning like that's not how you pick fights based on who you like. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's some people that are looking up to you and they see an interview like that, they be like, oh, because my favorite fighter or this guy that I like, he picked this guy to win, so I think he's going to win. You know, that's not how boxing works. And I think Brian Norman Jr. and his father losing that money on Errol Spence, they need to learn from that and not continue to do that. You guys literally admitted on camera y'all picked Errol Spence to beat Crawford because y'all like Errol Spence. Brian Norman Jr. was like, yeah, I picked Errol Spence to win because I grew up watching Errol Spence. He's one of my favorite fighters. So I picked him to beat Crawford. You didn't pick him to beat Crawford because you thought he was the better fighter. You picked him to beat Crawford because you're telling the public that Errol Spence is one of your favorite fighters, which makes absolutely no sense. A guy can be your favorite fighter, but if he's getting in there with a competition that you think this guy can beat that guy, you don't just go in there and put a whole lot of money on your boy just because you like him. You know, you gotta break this stuff down. You gotta tell us why he could beat this man, not just because he's your boy. You know, if they want to lose money on Boots too, they can go ahead and put some money on Boots. They're gonna lose that bag too. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just trying to point out the obvious. Like, it's crazy how some of these, I didn't know fighters do that. Some fighters are doing it. I just thought it was just the casual fanboys of the world. But I guess fighters do it too. They only pick guys to win because they like them. It is what it is. Your boy, don't credit them out.